I have a close friend of 30 years that works in CPS. She has told me that the sorts of things she's seen are the types of things that even cops and soldiers are shaken by. She told me the story once of a pregnant 16-year-old who was arrested for helping her father abduct and molest younger girls. She had aged out of her father's preferred range, and in order to keep him happy, she began babysitting services out of their home so she could bring in new victims. She did not show remorse. In her mind, it was necessary to make her father, who was also her baby's father, happy. He's been abusing her since she was 8 or 9 if I remember. The videos were recorded and distributed online. She was a famous CP name, I guess. I don't know how that works, but apparently her content was well known. Anyway, since she was a minor, she got counseling and therapy and to live with a foster family for 2 years or something, who were abusive in a different way. Her father is in prison for the rest of his life probably. When my friend was telling me this story, the girl was 19 or 20 and she'd been visiting and writing to her father constantly and kept telling therapists that he was the only person who ever cared for her. CPS friend. She'll find some older boyfriend that picks up on this, and she'll move in with him right away and become whatever he wants. That's how her brain is formed now. We can give her all the counseling and all the therapy in the world, but she's convinced her value is tied to how much older men enjoy her company. It's hardwired. Maybe 1 in 50 people can overcome that. The others, you just do what you can to make sure they don't continue the cycle with others. She's been doing it for decades, so she has literally seen that cycle continue. Kids she rescued became adults she investigated who had kids she rescued. In my own personal life, my childhood best friend's alcoholic grandpa killed and dismembered his also alcoholic girlfriend. IRC, she was missing for around a year, but her family was used to her disappearing like that due to her addictions, so nobody reported her missing. Well, Grandpa died and my childhood friend was supposed to get his car that was parked about a block away from his house, but her aunt claimed it instead, and my friend was pissed and decided to call and get the car towed, being petty so her aunt wouldn't be able to get the car out without going through a lengthy process since the car was in the grandpa's name still. One of the dudes working at the tow company was friends with the aunt and knew her dad had died. It was his car, so he called her to give her a chance to get the car first. She went to pick it up and noticed 2 or 3 totes in the backseat, and for whatever reason, she started opening them up right there and saw they were full of different sized vacuum-sealed bags. She couldn't tell what was in the bags, BC they were made with that material that gives like a frosted look, and could only tell that whatever was in them was all a dark color. She decided to open one of the bags and was immediately hit with an extremely foul odor, and at first she thought it was deer meat or something that had gone bad, but when she finally actually looked inside the bag, it was a human hand. She ended up calling the cops and they took all the totes away and the car, so the aunt or my friend didn't even end up with it and nothing was ever said. Done. BC the dude was dead. The same childhood friend of mine ended up being involved with a murder herself some YRS later. She had gotten addicted to meth and one night was with 2 other addicts who were a couple. My friend was driving, girlfriend was in passenger and the boyfriend in the back. They decided they needed to rob somebody so they could get high, and when they pulled up, the dude hopped in the backseat and pretty much immediately the boyfriend tried to rob him, but the dude pulled out a gun and shot the guy in the head, then ran. My friend and the girlfriend then drove to the hospital, and instead of getting help, they just pushed him out of the car and fled. It took the cops a few months to figure out who both the women were, but they eventually found out and both were sentenced to prison. My friend did like 5 to 7 years and has been out for a few YRS now.